Weird Kid, written by Robbie Lumbard. My cousin got me into reading the stories from this site a couple of months ago. I figured this would be the place to tell some crazy shit. I don't think this story would live up to Abandoned by Disney or some really other bizarre ones, but my story's true, so maybe that earns it some extra points. For you to understand the creepy level of what I'm about to write, you've got to know a little bit about the weird kid from the title. You probably all had somebody like him in your school. He was a year behind me and my friend, Garrett, and the kind of kid that made you want to punch him in the face for being so strange. I felt it sometimes, and I'm not really a violent guy. So, anyway, this goofy-looking, awkward son of a bitch is always by himself in school, reading something and not even trying to be normal. He'd dress out for gym, but then he'd just sit on the bleachers and mumble like a moron if Coach Brown tried to get him to participate. I only tried to talk to him once, and I got the same moronic, mumbling response. All I did was ask him why he acted so much like a loser, and he gets tears in his eyes and turns into a stuttering idiot. So, anyway, I, like everyone else, was annoyed at the kid. Garrett, on the other hand, couldn't fucking stand him. He would always trip up the little weirdo when he was walking in the hall or trying to embarrass him in front of everyone. Garrett's always been a good friend, but not exactly known for being the nicest guy in the world. I think Garrett sort of felt like it was helping the kid through. Maybe if he thought Dickless, which is what Garrett usually called him, realized how stupid he looked in front of other kids in school, he'd make some effort to be normal. Whatever the reason, Garrett loved torturing the kid, but didn't get violent with things until this year. Garrett and I are juniors, and I think we both started to feel this senioritis thing early. Instead of tripping him, as usual, Garrett started walking up to the kid and bitch-slapping him between classes. Most people laughed, but some, myself included, to be honest, thought it was pretty harsh. But the closet thing was funny, and it seemed pretty harmless, though. Before homeroom, every morning, all of the students had to stand outside and wait for the first bell to ring before we could all go to class. A really dumb idea, by the way. So anyway, Garrett decided at some point that he couldn't stand seeing the weird kid standing outside with everyone else, and starts making him stand in this little supply closet on the side of the school. It wasn't like Garrett had to even force the kid or anything. I always assumed he was probably happier being by himself. Truthfully. The closet routine happened for months until about a week ago. Garrett goes to put the kid in the spot that morning, and this is where things turn onto Creepy Street. The kid didn't start walking when Garrett told him to, and looked Garrett right in the eyes with a psycho glare. Garrett just started laughing, but before anyone knows, the kid reaches out and scratches the shit out of Garrett's face. I heard that somebody noticed that fucker's fingernails had been filed to points. But I don't know if that's true. All I know is that the scratch on Garrett's face was so deep, there was blood dripping from his face like I've never seen from any fight. Garrett was shocked and jumped on top of the kid and started beating the hell out of him. The kid's face was probably just as bloody as Garrett's before the teacher broke things up. Both Garrett and the kid were suspended, and though everyone was surprised about what happened, we all thought that was that. Then the really crazy shit came out. Our principal started looking into what happened, and of course, some narc freshman told her about how Garrett had the kid stand in a closet every morning. When the principal looked in there, what she found was the crazy son of a bitch had written all kinds of serial killer shit on the side of a bookcase. There weren't full sentences, they were just filled with really creepy stuff like skin them alive and taste your blood. And there was a piece of metal from a rolling TV stand that the kid had sharpened. I guess he was a cutter because there was already blood all over it. There's a stupid rumor going around that he had used it to cut off his tongue, but that's people trying to make an already weird story seem even weirder. Alright, that's what happened. I know it doesn't have like some really dramatic ending, but I thought it met the creepy requirement to post here. I'm more jealous of Garrett than anything. He's got the kind of parents that don't care about him being suspended, so he's basically just got days free to play video games or drive around or whatever. I spoke to him this morning, and he said he was planning to go to the kid's house and either apologize or give him some more shit. I don't think Garrett was sure yet. Either way, I'll update this when I talk. Ah! Fuck! Wait, no. No, please. Please, no! Robbie can't finish the story. He's lost a lot of blood, and I don't think his hands are gonna work anymore.